What if I told you that fashion trends are making you feel uncool or unstylish? What if I told you that fashion trends are making you broke and reckless with your spending? Okay, I know this sounds absurd, but what I'm going to tell you next is going to blow your mind and hopefully help you realize that many of us have fell victim to the fashion industry's ever-changing fashion evolution and have been blinded by our desire to be a better version of ourselves. You see, the fashion industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry that thrives on selling the latest and greatest shoes, handbags, clothes, jewelry, and accessories to fashion lovers all over the world who are willing to pay a premium to look better and feel better. The industry spends billions and billions of dollars on brilliant advertising campaigns to hook us in and convince us that we need all of these things, which don't actually bring any real value, purpose, or happiness into our lives. They are just things that have been meticulously packaged and brilliantly branded in such a way that tricks us into thinking that we feel more worthy if we have it. I would even go as far as to say that the industry is preying on its customers' vulnerability of wanting to feel worthy, respected, and admired. If you're not keeping up with the latest fashion trends or all the rarest designer handbags or clothes, you are made to feel unworthy, which leads to a toxic cycle of consumption and a struggle to keep up with the industry every time the trend forecasts change. Now, I have made many fashion trend videos in the past, and they are some of the most successful videos on this channel, which is not a coincidence. Those who love fashion want to know what are the latest looks trending in the moment so that they can feel like they are in the know. I was one of them. But let me tell you something I realized. No matter how much I kept up with the industry, I always felt like I was lacking something. That dopamine rush of getting a new handbag or a new pair of shoes was short-lived, and then I was back in search for the next thing that I thought would make me feel on top of the world. I also realized that these ever-changing trends were pulling me further and further away from my true personal style. I didn't know who I was anymore. I wasn't staying on top of the trends. Recently, I have had a profound awakening of how toxic the whole fashion industry is and how it is negatively impacting us as individuals. Instead of making us feel empowered and confident in our own skin, we are constantly comparing ourselves to others and feeling bad about ourselves if we don't keep up. This is why I felt the urge to make this video, to break the social constructs around fashion trends and help you find your true personal style. I want to encourage you to look inwards and really ask yourself, what is it that makes you look and feel your best without any influence from the outside world? By the end of this video, I want to help you feel liberated, empowered, and inspired to discover your own personal style and stop wasting money on obsolete fashion trends. With that being said, I put together some questions in this video that you can ask yourself to help you find your unique personal style and to help free you from the shackles of the fashion industry. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what makes you truly happy when you wear it? Think about which colors make you happy. Think about which prints make you happy. Are there certain accessories you love to wear? For example, I am happy when I wear neutral colors such as black, white, beige, gray, and brown. I don't usually feel comfortable in prints unless it's a solid floral print or a stripe. And I generally like to accessorize with interesting sunglasses, a neutral handbag, and a cool pair of sneakers or flat shoes. This is what I feel my best in time after time. What is your uniform? What cuts and silhouettes look best on you? For example, I realized I really love wearing vests with long wide leg trousers, shorts, maxi skirts. Vests have quickly become the most versatile staple in my wardrobe, and I feel like it's a classic timeless piece I will reach for again and again. I also like how I look and feel in long flowing maxi dresses, so I tend to wear those more frequently as well. What makes you feel most confident? For example, I feel my most confident in oversized and baggy clothes, neutrals, structured blazers, sneakers, and most things that have a bold shoulder. What makes your style uniquely you? So one thing that makes my style uniquely me are my asymmetrical ear stacks. So on a daily basis, I have a mix of different delicate earrings that I like to mix up in ways that are completely my own. I have a few pieces from Maria Tash, like the Starburst stud in my conch, ring concierge, and then most of my other piercings are decorated with these stunning Ideal pieces. I love Ideal because their pieces are completely modular, which means that you can mix them up in many different ways to create a look that is unique to your own personal style. They are easy to alternate, and all of their pieces are made from solid gold and the highest quality lab-grown diamonds. This is a sustainable brand that never compromises on quality. And I've had some of my pieces for several years now, and they are still just as sparkly and beautiful as the day I got them. If you're interested in checking out Ideal and their collection of unique modular jewelry, you can go to ideal.com/NikiStyle or click the link in my description box down below. What makes you feel like the best version of your authentic self? Besides wearing things that make you happy, ask yourself the question, does this align with my inner self when I wear it, or does it make me feel disconnected from my authentic self? Many things make me happy when I look at them, such as high heels, beautiful prints, but when I wear them, I feel like they don't align with my inner self. I know when something aligns with my inner self when it's an item I rewear again and again and again, and every time I rewear that item, it makes me feel amazing. Does wearing logos make me feel worthy? This will for sure be the most controversial question I want you to ask yourself, and it will force you to really look inwards and be really honest with yourself. So many of us are in the pursuit of buying clothes, handbags, shoes, accessories, and jewelry from luxury brands because they are adorned with their logo in some way, whether it is a branded handbag or a logo printed shirt. Why are we so eager to boldly display these luxury logos to the world? Is it because it makes us feel happy, confident, worthy? I've come to realize that most of the time, we wear luxury brands with prominent logos because it makes us appear accomplished and successful to the outside world. We think it will garner us respect and admiration. We think it is an investment in our appearance, and people will take us more seriously, when in fact it is causing us to make irrational purchasing decisions which make us feel more and more disconnected from our inner self and the people around us. We may like a particular style of handbag or clothing item, but the luxury branding is what pulls us in because it is a status symbol. And as a result, we end up paying a premium for a branded item and become walking billboards essentially for these brands. How does this make any sense? As a fashion girly myself, I understand and appreciate high quality pieces and try to invest in pieces that will stand the test of time. But I have decided that I no longer want to be a walking billboard for any brand, especially if I can find the same premium quality items from a lesser known brand for a fraction of the cost. Do I really need to buy this new, or can I find the same thing pre-loved? There have been so many instances when I was looking for a particular item to add into my wardrobe and realized I could find what I was looking for in the pre-loved market. The fashion industry has made us feel like we always have to be buying new, which is painfully unsustainable and leads us to make bad purchasing decisions. I think shopping pre-loved is a wonderful way to live more mindfully, sustainably, and give pieces a new life. I found so many of my timeless classic pieces over the years that I have worn again and again, and I would much rather support this more mindful way of enjoying fashion than buying into fast fashion trends. I also regularly clear out my own closet of pre-loved items I want to recall, which is not only important to help me better understand what my wardrobe has and what it's lacking, but also part with things that no longer serve me. I usually sell my pre-loved items through my closet sale website or Bull Classics, and if you're interested, I'll link them both in the description box below. Does wearing this make me feel comfortable? After becoming a mom for the second time, I have been forced to be really honest with myself and my new lifestyle and how my style aligns with my new identity. I used to have more high-heeled shoes than I could count and live in my sneakers most of the time as I am constantly running after my kids. So I made the sensible decision of parting ways with most of my heels and only keeping a few pairs for special occasions. I also parted ways with most of my fitted clothing and anything that felt too short because I felt like they were making me feel constricted and uncomfortable when I was with my kids. So a lot of my old clothes got replaced with looser clothing such as baggy jeans, oversized blazers, and t-shirts, and I feel so much more comfortable and confident in this clothes. Is my style inspired by my personal uniqueness, or was it influenced by others I look up to? So many of us look to Pinterest for fashion influencers for fashion inspiration and end up creating a style that feels very disconnected from our inner self. The fashion industry spends a tremendous amount of money on ad campaigns and influencer marketing funnels to convince you that you need to wear certain things to make you feel stylish. This is so toxic in so many ways because it clouds your judgment into believing you need things that don't add any value to your personal style at all. They only waste your money and make you feel lost when you are trying to put an outfit together. The reason you often feel like you have nothing to wear is not because you need more clothes. It's because you have clothes that doesn't reflect your personal style. Most of it reflects the style of your favorite fashion influencer. Think about that for a moment. Can I rewear this item more than 100 times, and how many things in my wardrobe can I rewear it with right now? Before buying any new item and adding it to your wardrobe, I want you to ask yourself this question and be really honest with yourself. When you are more mindful about the cost per wear of an item, you are less likely to get sucked into fast fashion trends, less likely to fall for items on sale, and also less likely to sacrifice on quality. Is this a quality item I will enjoy for a long time? So often, the fashion industry encourages us to buy things and markets them as high-quality items when they are not. So how can we tell that something will stand the test of time or end up in the landfill? First, always check the label. Where is the item made? What is the composition? What are the care instructions? If an item is made in China, it is likely that it's poor quality. Of course, there are exceptions, but this is a general tip. If the item is entirely or mostly made of natural materials, such as cotton, linen, silk, or wool, it is likely to be of higher quality. If the care instructions suggest cold washing and hanging to dry or tumble dry on low, this is another sign of a higher quality item as it requires more care than most synthetic materials. Secondly, pay attention to the cut and fit of an item on your particular body type. Whether something is trending in fashion or not, if it doesn't look or feel right on your body type, you should never spend your money on it. Keep to items you know will make you look and feel your best. Is this an item that I can wear regularly, or is it an occasional item? The fashion industry loves to advertise luxury items that look beautiful and promise to make you look like $1 million. But if you can't see yourself wearing an item on a regular basis, does it really make sense to spend a fortune on it? It's easy to get sucked into wanting a luxury lifestyle when we are constantly being told that it will make us look better, feel better, be more respected and admired. But all of this is just a facade, and it's making us feel more and more disconnected from what is really important in life. It is making us lose our own sense of identity and creating a wedge between ourselves and the people around us. Instead of using fashion as a channel of self-expression, we are using it to one-up one another. We have created a comparative and competitive culture amongst ourselves and essentially eating out of the palm of the fashion industry's hand. I love fashion and I love seeing other well-dressed people, but what I admire more than anything is a person who is so confident in their own personal style and uniqueness that they don't need to succumb to the fashion industry's influence. They don't need to dress head to toe in luxury designer brands or logos. They know exactly what they like and what makes their heart dance. This is the true power of fashion. If you enjoyed this video, I think you will enjoy this one too, where I talk about why I got rid of almost everything I own. It would also mean a lot to me if you would consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and letting me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one.